Hello everyone, I am Erika of the storytellingjuveler.com and you are watching No One Has to Bead Alone. So, can you please tell me if you can hear me, if you can see me before we would proceed? I have some doubts that the sound is alright. As I'm not 100% sure that... Okay, Kata says that she can hear me and see me. That's amazing. Oh, great. I am having technical issues lately before the broadcasts because I think my computer is getting old and the connection with the microphone and everything, it is a bit shaky. But I'm glad it's all right. Honey, Niti, Cora, Ingrid, Frida, Teresa, Sarah, Donna, Lynn, Corinne, Miriam, Joanne. Hello, ladies. So today we are going to work together on the last piece of the Anita set, the pendant. And actually, if you checked out the page where you can download the printable file, then you see that actually you see there a different color combination than my original one. And the reason is, you know that I'm kind of a perfectionist. So in the afternoon, I already started to draw the instructions, but then I had an idea of like this, you know, this what if moment. And I tried this what if thing and it actually came out better. And originally I told you that with this big motif, you have to use a filigree. However, I removed one of the seed beads at the point. And then I found out that then it can be actually sturdy and flat. So I ended up redrawing the instructions and proof beading another version. So yeah, that's why we have one more variation. And in the meanwhile, Beverly, Laura, Sharon, Kimberly, Joanna, Hilly, Katie, hello. So, the echo, Hilly says that there is an echo. It has to be then on your side, I think, because it's the same setting for me as every week. And since my computer doesn't broadcast it back to me, then there can't be an echo. So I hope you can sort it out. Liv and Monica, Sherry. So, welcome, ladies. I hope you are all doing well. Today is a special day because I actually, yeah, funny moment. I started to work with a bigger FIRELINE, 1,200 meters, I think. This was my first jugo made with it. So yeah, sorry, I'm in the meanwhile reading the comments, and Corinna says that there is a problem with buying the tutorial. Is the download all right? Because then, like, I really appreciate if you would like to support the broadcast. Thank you so much. Then maybe just download it, please, the free version. And if you would like to support the broadcast, then please return to it later. Because I don't want to like start sorting now technical issues if it's possible. Can someone please confirm to me that you could download the tutorial in the usual way through the free option? Okay, Hilly solved the echo. Great. Oh, Donna says that she needs spools like that. We have one more left in the e-shop. And Maria has to go. She's actually in Greece. Enjoy, enjoy. Niti says and Katalin says that the download is all right. So please, everyone, download it now. And I will look into the other option. So sorry, I can't go now to. Okay, the purple one, it's included, I think. Just a moment, let me check. Just a moment. Okay, and Niti said that she actually purchased the tutorial, so it has to be all right. Sorry, ladies, if today I am a bit slower than usual. My brain is a bit slower in this heat wave, and the purple bead is included. No worries. So everything seems to be all right. Jessica, hello. I'm glad you could also download it. Okay, after a second of heart attack because of the echo, a second heart attack because of the download not working, and the third heart attack that the bead is not included. Now I'm trying to calm down. Yeah, might be. Yeah, it's. Yeah, I think the heat wave has an effect on every one of us. So please be patient. So, by the way, besides my big girl FIRELINE, I also bought a big girl stapler this week. So, big steps. Yeah, selecting the colors, it's not a problem. That's not what it takes. 5 minutes is, believe me, Hilly, 5 minutes are enough for selecting colors. It's just everything else where I need to be like super focused. There, things can go wrong, of course. By the way, today I received a package from America, from Bead and Button, and I have to share it with you because I'm super happy about it. It is this issue of Bead and Button, the August issue. And some of you might know that there is actually a big interview, an artist profile with me in it. So if you would like to learn more about my journey and about my inspiration, then here it is. So it's so nice. I have seen the PDF, of course, already, and many of you have sent me pictures. But this is the first time that I'm actually holding it in my hands, and it made me really, really happy. So, yeah, what I would like to share before we start, that today I introduced Erika's after workshop care package to those who are participating in my workshops, because yeah, I want to make sure that you are happy, that you learn everything as well as you can. And you know, like the basic motifs, they are most of the times just the beginning. Even if it's a nice big bracelet, it is always just the beginning, and you can develop it further and further. So Erika's after workshop care package will now include a dedicated Facebook group to every design. So you will be able to ask their questions and share ideas and show your variations. And also, when I am teaching the same workshop again, and there are still free slots available, then you will be, and you have taken already that specific workshop, then you will be able to spend more time with me, and you can join the workshop again. And you can ask more questions and examine more possibilities. So that's what's happening tomorrow, because tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning, we have the Byzantine workshop again. And some of you who have taken it this week on Wednesday or even earlier, for example, Katalin, 1 year ago in this workshop you took in Bergamo or Hamburg, maybe Hamburg. So Katalin will also join us tomorrow. So I'm very excited about this. We will have a super nice group tomorrow. And let's get started with the Anita pendant. So Hili is on one side, right? Because my original idea was to bead the pendant with 3 different colors of 𝐏𝐻𝐿 beads. Because when you look at the motif, I will put it on the screen one more time, then you see that there are 3 rows of 𝐏𝐻𝐿 beads. In the middle of the motif, below the rhinestone, then there are 𝐏𝐻𝐿 beads on the level of the TILAs, and then we will add even more 𝐏𝐻𝐿 beads. So I was thinking of playing with the colors and using 3 different shades of 𝐏𝐻𝐿 beads, and I didn't have enough brain power to find three shades which would go well together. So I am beading at the end with 1 color only, so that in that sense, you were right, Hili, that 5 minutes were not enough. I grabbed the basic color combination, and I hope that somebody maybe in the future will try this variation, that you use different colors of the 𝐏𝐻𝐿. And yeah, let's get started. A quick check for the material. So for the pendant version, you will need 𝐏𝐻𝐿 beads, you will need TILA beads, you will need MIYUKI DELICA 11s, you will need number 15 MIYUKI 15, number 15 MIYUKI 15s, you see? MIYUKI seed beads. You will need 3 mm SWAROVSKI BICONE beads, 3 mm fire polished beads, and if you want, then optionally you can put a rhinestone in the middle. I used a 4 mm SS16 size rhinestone. If you want, you can attach a filigree from the back. This is how it looks like when you have the filigree. Okay, I will show you the, yeah. So this is with the filigree. And my plan is to add 2 more, like the earring motifs, and then connect them all with the smaller mandala filigrees. And Kata says that she has 3 colors of the 𝐏𝐻𝐿. Then I'm really excited. And so nice that you decided to go for this challenge. So, are you ladies ready? I hope you prepared plenty of water so you can hydrate well. Oh, and Jana says, I was able to get a copy and there is a beautiful article about our DX. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you, Jana. So, Katie, I used the filigree, which is called Mandala, at the storytellingjeweler.com, and behind the motifs I put the big one, the 31 millimeter one, and then there is also a 20 millimeter big, so you can play with it and you can put together different sizes. Yes, 31 times 31, and then 20 times 20 is the smaller. and let's get started with the Anita pendant. So it starts in the same way as the bracelet and the earring. I used number 12 FIRELINE, from my big girl FIRELINE, and I am using this time a pony needle. This is what I found on my table, and I am using about a wingspan of thread, and I will leave 10 to 12 centimeters of a tail. So I did this. I was cheating. I did this first step already, and as we know from the bracelet and the earring, we start with picking up 8 beads: half TILA, cylinder, half TILA, cylinder, half TILA, cylinder, and so on for half TILA beads and for MIYUKI DELICA cylinder-shaped 11s. So we are alternating, and then we tie a knot with the working end and the tail of the thread, and we continue through a half TILA and a MIYUKI DELICA. And this next step, step number 2, it's, well, if you are using a rhinestone, then you do it with me. If not, then you can skip it. Kristen is asking about hello Kristen, nice to see you. About the article, it was in the August issue of Bead and Button. And in step number 2, I am exiting a MIYUKI DELICA 11, and then I pick up a 4mm Suwon Preciosa rhinestone. I bead through the DELICA on the opposite side, and then I bead back through the rhinestone. I go through the original DELICA one more time, and then I continue through the half TILA and the next DELICA bead. And step 3. Now you are going to attach the rhinestone in the middle through the second hole. So you do the same move as before, that you bead through the rhinestone, you bead through the DELICA bead on the opposite side, back through the rhinestone, and then one more time through the original DELICA bead. If you want, you can repeat the thread passes, but I don't think that it's absolutely necessary. When you are done, then you continue through the next half TILA, and you turn to the opposite direction by beading through the empty hole, the open hole of the half TILA bead. And step number 4, we are going to add TILA beads between the open holes of the half TILAs. And please go around 2 times to make the whole motif sturdy. And please let me know how is it going. And Kristen, how are you? I haven't seen you for a while. Are you beading with us today? Or just watching? I will use, by the way, a new color of TILA beads, which I bought a little while ago. It's like this matte, it looks like brick. And I really, really like it. So I'm curious that how will it look like. Can you guess what kind of color did I put together with this nice matte brick colored TILA bead? If you know me at least a little bit, then I think you can guess. I'm sorry, I will silence my phone. Kristen says, no, not beading, just watching. Thank you, Erika. I enjoy your whole No One Bead Alone series. And thank you for being here with us, Kristen. It doesn't matter if you bead or not. It doesn't matter if you work on the same jewel as we do or something else, but it's really nice to hang out together. And indeed, this way no one has to bead alone. Hilly says turquoise. Kata says turquoise. Kristen says pink. Kimberly, mustard or turquoise. Donna says turquoise. So, yeah, of course turquoise. Well, at least like turquoise MIYUKI DELICA beads. And then a blue zircon, which is like, yeah, it's not turquoise. It's something between green and blue. Okay, is it turquoise? Is blue zircon like turquoise? I'm not even sure now. But that's what I have in the middle. My rhinestone from Preciosa is blue zircon, and then I am using turquoise blue DELICA beads. By the way, last Saturday I was participating in a workshop with Helena Tanglim, and the turquoise thing came up, and she told me like, oh, you don't even use that much turquoise. Do you think that's true? Do you agree with Helena? Or was she mistaken, maybe? Alice asks, turquoise, is there another color? You see, even the subtitles are in turquoise. Hilly says, I dare you next time to surprise us with something totally out of your comfort zone. Oh my god, oh my god. Then I will use black, okay? I promise. It's a good one, Hilly, thanks. Miriam says, you only use turquoise like spotlights. That's true, but that's because I want them to like guide the eyesight, I think, guide the focus. Oh, Niti, no, white, no. Please don't push me out of my comfort zone too far. I don't own white beads. I never will. I will. That's a no-go zone. That's a red flag for me. I will work with black. I'm willing to work with black, but not with white. Even if I like it when I see jewels including white beads from you guys, but for me that's a serious no-go. You see how serious I became? So, and next step, we fill in combination of number 15, half TILA, number 15, half TILA, and another number 15 between the open holes of the TILA beads. And again, you can go around 2 times to make it sturdier. And Miriam says, I bead sometimes necklaces only in shades of turquoise. And your necklaces come out really, really beautiful. I like them a lot. No, I see Hilly wanted to suggest white. Nope. Sorry, guys. That's not going to happen. And Kristen says, even with black, there will be a spotlight of turquoise. Let's see. Another challenge can be that I don't use turquoise at all. What do you think? I use black and I don't use turquoise, but don't please, if you like me at least a little bit, don't push me to use white. No. Then, like, you know, I try to show up every week, no matter what. I don't have excuses, good weather, friends inviting me to go and meet. I don't care. But if you are pushing me to use white, I might change my mind about my priorities. Don't push me too hard. And Kim says, I am starting Sashiko with the mauve L2 cap, black, mauve, and black smaller beads. I can't wait to see if it all works. I'm curious, Kimberly. And okay, Hilly says that using black and not turquoise, it is enough of a challenge. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like, even if you guys said that you want me to use white, it would not be possible. I don't have white beads. I think I had white beads like once when a friend from university asked me to bead her, to make her a necklace for her wedding. So for her, I bought some ivory white something. But otherwise, that's not a color. Okay, you scared me so much with the white that I messed up my thread tension. I have to like make adjustments and go around one more time. You see how you freaked me out? Kata says, you have some in the poppy, 2mm round. But I think those are more like silver. Even the name of the beads is like silver something. Those are not right. It's matte silver. Think those are right? I would be so disappointed with myself. And Anita says, white is all the colors together, black is a lack of them. So true. And she says, those 2mm rounds are amazing. It has a gorgeous shimmer to them. Yes, indeed. And it's not white. It's silver. Kata says 50 shades of white. Something like that. But this is a silverish white. And now that I managed to like repair somehow my thread tension, I went around like 2 more times. Now I am going through 𝐏𝐈𝐄𝐄, number 15 𝐏𝐈𝐄𝐄, and then I turn to the opposite direction by beading through the outside hole of the last 𝐏𝐈𝐄𝐄 I went through. Oh, Joanna has to go because of internet problems. Then see you later and see you in the club, Joanna, and have a wonderful weekend. And I am hiding now number 3. Okay, I managed to hide my face too. Okay, guys, I don't have a clue how to put back my face. Do you miss me? Okay, I really don't have a clue. Do you hear me, by the way? It says audio only, that I have audio, but somehow... Ah! Yes! Kata says she is missing me. And now all the images which I wanted to show you went kind of black and I can't put them on screen. Like, can somebody explain what's happening? Because I can't. Terrible, terrible. Okay. Wow, things are happening which have never happened before. Ah, and I found the sixth image. Okay, good, good. Sip of water. Okay. Until it says, we should not tease you with these terrible temperatures. You do not have to use white with or without baby. Okay. I'm calming down now. So, and now I will fill in 3mm fire polished beads between the open holes of the half tila beads, and then between every half tila and tila, I will fill in 2 pieces of the number 15 MIYUKI seed beads. I'm happy to be back. Ah, Susie is here. Hello, dear friends. Just wanted to greet you. We'll catch up later. Susie, we miss you lately. You are so busy. I know, family, whatever, but I hope that you can bead with us again soon. By the way, how is it going with you guys? Yeah, I started actually lately to meditate. You know, Sarah says deep breath and Kata says calm, calm. You know, like, I'm really not the person who can like relax. Today, I know it's not a good thing, actually. Today, I had a guest in the morning, a very good friend, and my pole dance teacher, Alina, was here, and we were having breakfast on the balcony together with Adam, the three of us. And we were chatting about taking some time off, as we were thinking with Adam about going to another little bike trip to the Wadden Islands. And, well, it's not going to happen probably because the weather, surprise, surprise, for that part of the Netherlands, it is supposed to drop to 13, 14 degrees of Celsius for the time when we wanted to go. So Alina suggested, like, why don't you just stay at home and relax? And Adam was laughing, like, you don't know her enough, then she will just work. But I lately installed a meditation app on my phone, so I decided that I will use it regularly. I used it twice so far. That's regular, right? And Susie says, miss you too. We have been on and off sick, so priorities. But I bead and still love you. We love you too, Susie, and I hope that you and your little family will get well soon and you will bead with us again. Hello, Nicolene. Nice to see you. Check your headphones or check your settings, because we tested it and the sound is all right. By the way, like if I had to select like a favorite step from this design, then it would be step 6, because like adding the fire polished and adding these MIYUKI 15s, it just makes the whole motif so much sturdier. It's like, for me, it's so satisfying. Before step 6, it was a bit wobbly, and with these beads on, it's just getting like firm and nice. This is how it looks like at the moment. Kata says, get well soon, 𝐓𝐿. And now we have step 7. And here, please be careful, because this is what I modified today. And this is where it differs from the other motifs from the bracelet and the earring motif. So here we will be adding pairs of half TILA beads above the TILA. So always when we exit, it will be the pair of the half TILAs. They will be nestling between 2 pairs of number 15 MIYUKI beads. And in the original, we had half TILA, number 15 half TILA, and here we are switching only to half TILA without the number 15. And please don't pull too much in this thread, in this step, because the half TILAs will need to like open up a little bit in the next step into a V shape, so there has to be enough space for them. So just don't pull like you do normally. And Nicolene likes it. Thank you so much. Hope you are all right. By the way, are you ladies completing the set, and are you making a pendant for your bracelet and earring, or do you work with completely new colors? I am very curious to hear. After adding pairs of half TILA all around, I will continue through 2 number 15 MIYUKI DELICAs, a half TILA, and the fire polished bead. And he says, it's getting quite dark over here. Hope there will be finally some rain and the temperature drop. Yeah, I actually hear the skies rumbling, so there might be a rain coming indeed, I think. And Kimberly is making a set. Anneline, hello. She says, hi everybody, I just want to say hello. I'm not going to bead because I'm feeling too sleepy because of the weather. Not enough coffee, it means. Kata is working on the set. Sherry too. Miriam has new colors because she ran out of the fire polished. Nicolene is not making a set. Donna has new colors. Connie says, didn't make anything yet, not TILAs enough, and too hot to shop. Can totally understand. Niti says, I am trying to make a set, run out of my 3mm BICONEs, and I remembered that I put aside some of those jet ABs in my UFO box, so I stole some out. Kimberly says, I am donating the set to a charity auction, so timing is perfect. It's wonderful. What cause is the auction for? Can you tell us maybe? And Alice makes matching earrings for matching the earrings, a pendant for the earrings. And Hilly is not beading. Hilly also needs more coffee. So, I will hide now step number 5. But like, yeah, Annalyn says she will grab some coffee. The whole day, I don't know, my head is just, I can't really focus. It's just probably the change of the weather, I think. Anne says, we had a very heavy rainstorm with thunder and lightning last night in southeast England. Much cooler now as it's raining again. Good, I think it is time for the temperature to cool down a bit, even if I really love summer. And I was swimming last week. I was finally swimming, first time in the Netherlands. But yeah, I think we all need it. He needs a lot of ice cream. Oh, I wanted to say that maybe you remember a couple of weeks ago, Kata showed us an Iranian ice cream with saffron. And she discovered that it's made in Amsterdam. And yesterday I picked up some. I managed to find where do they have it. I haven't tasted it yet because it melted when I was walking home. So I had to put it to the freezer. But there is a shop on Rozengracht, Roos Supermarkt, which has it. So we can taste it too. And I will now explain the next step. This is where it starts to grow even bigger. So now we are exiting a fire polished bead. We pick up a half tila, then we bead back through the open hole of the half tila bead. We pick up one more half tila. We go through the hole, which will actually become the outside hole. And then we bead through the inside hole to turn to the original direction. And then we go through the fire polished again and the half tila next to it. After the half tila, I pick up a number 15 and a DELICA, in my case a turquoise DELICA, and then I go through the outside hole of a half tila, which I picked up in the previous, not from the half tila. After the half tila, you also go through the first MIYUKI 15, and then you pick up another MIYUKI 15 and the DELICA bead and connect it to the outside hole of the half tila picked up in the previous step. You will need now a 3mm BICONE bead. This is the same move as we know from the earring, that we fill it in between the two half tilas. Then we pick up a DELICA and a MIYUKI 15 and go through MIYUKI 15, half tila, and fire polished. And then we start from the beginning. So we attach pairs of half tila beads to the fire polished ones, and we add a pair of MIYUKI 15 and MIYUKI DELICA between next to the half tilas from the previous step, and we add 3mm BICONE beads in between the two half tilas. Annalyn is thinking how to put a Rivoli in the middle of the motif. Well, actually, in these support groups for the workshop designs, I am also giving you challenges. And I challenged the Byzantine group we had a workshop on Wednesday, that they should come up with a way similar to the Byzantine bracelet to attach a rivoli in the middle of the Anita bracelet. Because the workshops, that's always just the beginning of what we can do. But the best is, the goal is that you can apply what you have learned in different situations. So those are my challenges to pull you even further and further in your learning process. So Annalyn is already thinking. And Kimberly says, ABCCM, they are a Christian organization that helps homeless men and women in my hometown. The auction is for our new transformation village, a safe community for homeless women and children. That's a very noble cause, Kimberly. I am very sure that your set will have success. And fingers crossed that you can collect enough funds to start the project. And Kata says, it was really cloudy this morning in Stockholm, but then the sun came out and it's like 100 Celsius and no wind. Help, that's like even worse, because you just got like a teaser that it could be better, but nope. Kristen is asking, is the ice cream called kulfi? No, it's not kulfi. I think kulfi is Indian, but maybe it's also typical in Iran. I'm not sure. But Kata posted actually a picture of it in the group. It is a special brand. I looked at the story of the makers, and it is an Iranian family living in Amsterdam who make it. And I really like small projects which go big and successful, because they are now selling ice cream apparently in many different countries. So it's always very inspiring to see stories like that. Hilly says, that's too far from my home. It will be melted too before I'm home. I think so. They actually have this like ice cream sandwich version too, with the same ice cream. So you can taste it there. It's just, I don't like the ice cream sandwich. The biscuit part, it tastes for me like paper. But you can actually eat it right away. Kristen says, Indian ice cream with cardamom is so yummy. Oh, can imagine. A couple of years ago, when we were in India with Adam, then in one small city called Bundi, which is actually, I love it. On Tuesday, someone asked me that what is a special place for me on the earth, and I told Pushkar, but actually I like Bundi even more. It's a small city in India, in the same region, but not so many tourists go there. And I remember that we had like frozen yogurt there with pistachio in it. The pistachio was just like roughly grinded, and cardamom, and it was amazing. I really, really liked it. Nicolene is eating ice cream. She's teasing us. What kind of ice cream do you have? Hilly says, I'm really looking forward when the temperature will drop. I find it really difficult to bead in this weather, but have so many ideas I would like to start with. I feel your pain. Totally. And Nicolene says, I would like to make good ice cream myself. Never tried it, but on those MasterChef programs at TV, it looks so easy. Does anyone have a good ice cream recipe or some tips for 𝐻𝐿𝐄? That how could she make good ice cream? I love sharing knowledge, and why shouldn't we share also ice cream making knowledge if anyone from here is in the possession of that skill? And I added now the last pair of DELICA and number 15, and then I beaded through number 15 half TILA and fire polished bead. Please make sure with this motif that after every step you put it down, especially now, and you gently tap it and you adjust your thread tension. If you put it down and adjust the motif that it is completely flat, then you will know that how much thread exactly the motif requires. Because if you, like, I try to pull it tight, then I put it down, I tap on it, and then the thread is loosening up a little bit. Kristen, Erika, I'm taking notes. Where did you say is the step that really makes the motif stiff? Step number 6. That's my favorite step of the Anita motifs, if I have to choose one. Nicolene says, I'm eating small Magnum ice creams. White chocolate, milk chocolate, almond. Okay, I had a big Magnum ice cream today out from my freezer. It was salty caramel and almond. That was also really nice. And how are you doing, ladies, with the motif? Now I will have only one picture on the screen because, yeah, they are a bit complicated, these steps. So I don't want to put more steps, more illustrations on the screen. Otherwise, I think it would not be easy to follow. So I'm hiding 8 and I'm putting on step number 9. And please keep me updated that how is it going. So here I am exiting a fire polished bead. I bead through the next half TILA. Then I pick up number 15, actually two number 15s and a 3mm fire polished bead. And then I bead through half TILA, BICONE, and half TILA. And at this step, please make sure that you don't pull too much. As you see on the illustration, then you see that the number 15s and the fire polished, they will be in a funny shape, that they will not be straight behind each other, but there will be like an angle between the fire polished bead and the number 15s. Alice is doing good. I'm glad. And Miriam says, I am just decided it will become a brooch, very simple, with neither a tassel nor a drop. I think as a brooch it will look great. Do you plan to use a filigree brooch on the other side? So, and when I bead it through the half TILA, BICONE half TILA, then I pick up the same but in the opposite direction. That I pick up a fire polished and 2 MIYUKI number 15s, and then I bead through half TILA, fire polished, and half TILA. And please, ladies, be extremely careful that don't put too much tension on the half TILA beads, because otherwise they could break. They are fragile, pretty fragile. So this is a tricky step in that sense. Oh, Miriam will use a silver colored filigree to go with it. What kind of colors do you use? Do you have turquoise in it? And now I will go all around in the same way, adding pairs of number 15 and 3mm fire polished beads. Sherry has to go now. She got through step number 8. Thank you for spending your time with us, Sherry, and have a lovely weekend. Wow, it's still like the sky is rumbling. We actually planned to take a little bike ride still in the evening, but I'm not 100% sure that it will happen. Kristen says, I like how you put the beads that are picked up in each step here in addition to the diagram. I'm really glad, Kristen. Like, I'm trying to come up with ways how it's easier and easier to follow the beading through this video. So that was a recent idea. And if you use my tutorials sometimes, then you know the abbreviations already. So it's very easy to follow then. And Hilly says, are half TILAs more fragile than quarter TILAs? I think so. Like, all the TILA, half TILA, quarter TILA beads are, I think, pretty fragile, but it is hard to say per se, because I think I made a mistake, because it also depends on the color, that some colors are just more fragile than others. I made a mistake in the previous step. And I will be like a partisan, and I'm going to fix it in a very, very, very brutal way if I manage to find my pin to break a bead. I can't see it. Okay. Miriam says, maybe I will gift it to my auntie. Hope she will be able to have her 80th birthday party. Birthday was in September. I didn't decide yet what else to gift her. I think it will be a very nice gift, and I hope that you can celebrate together. He is asking if it is known that which colors are more fragile. The matte ones, actually. The matte colors are more fragile. The metallic coated ones, those I find pretty okay, but the matte ones, they can be more fragile. I just broke a bead because what I did was that I picked up a fire polished bead instead of a 3mm BICONE bead in the previous step. So, and there is no way that I'm going back. So I actually broke the fire polish bead, and I will put in a BICONE in place of that. I know it's brutal, but if I went back, then I would not be able to finish with you. And now it looks a lot better. I was actually starting to worry like, oh, it's not flat. But now it's okay. Yeah, and as Miriam does, close your eyes. You haven't seen anything. Yeah, I share your feelings, Hilly. Like, matte colors are my favorites too. I just love them. I still like. I am not avoiding them, but I just remember. I just try to remember that I have to be more careful when I'm using matte finishes. Like, I regularly break, like, if I have to, then I break seed beads. But of course, like with fire polish beads and with bicones, it's not so good because then the thread which was originally in the bicone on the fire polished, it can be visible. But there is no way that I'm starting this one more time. Well, it depends if you have to sit on it. If you picked up the right beads and the pendant is not all right, then try to adjust your thread tension, and if it doesn't work, then sit on it. But in my case, breaking a bead actually helped. So I hope that yours are also okay. And now we got to the 10th step. And here I turn to the opposite direction by beading through both holes of the half TILA on the side of the fire polished bead. And when I went through the outside hole, then I pick up a number 15, and then I go through the second half TILA, the outside hole of it. And then I will add a pair of number 15s, and I bead through a number 15 and a fire polished bead, which I picked up in the previous step. Afterward, I bead through half TILA, bicone half TILA, fire polished, and number 15, only one number 15. And then again, I'm at the point that I'm going to add two number 15s. So always two number 15s on the side of the half TILA, and then one number 15 in between. And all the time I am adjusting the thread tension. Sharon says, I am all about the bling, the more the better. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Hard for me to even pick matte beads. Therefore, I do not have a lot in my stash. Niti says, help, which gold color is the most similar to 191? I hope someone can answer this question, because at the moment I'm not sure I could even tell my birth date. not seed bead colors. Miriam says, maybe I should be the pair totally in white. What do you think? Lovely Pompeia in white. Maybe that would feel very refreshing these hot days. It is missing 4 pieces. I will send me a message, please, and I will check my stash, okay? Maybe I can find some for you. By the way, I don't know if you have seen in the group, but the postcard started to arrive to Slovakia for Yvette's birthday. And she's really happy, and she was very, very surprised. So thank you so much for everyone, for your kindness. I really appreciate it, and you made her very happy. Thank you so much. Kristen is asking, what is the best way to keep beadwork flat? What I like to do is that I put it down on my bead mat, and then I gently tap on it. So then I know that how much thread tension it requires. And if for some reason I can't get it completely flat, then I cheat and I attach a filigree on the back side. But yeah, like the best way is if you control thread tension all the way as you are beading, that you try to get it right already from the beginning, and not just at the end and hoping like, oh, it might be all right, but always like put it down, tap on it, and then you will know that that much thread will slide into the beads as needed. Yes, indeed. We love filigrees here. And brownies. Yeah, other solution is, if it's still not flat, sit on it. And if it's still not flat, eat some more brownies and then sit on it again. And by the way, I just finished my motif. So this is how it looks like, and I'm actually very happy with it. It's flat. I will not sit on it. Sarah, you don't want to know that what's behind me in a big box. I actually have the filigrees, but at first I need to take pictures, and it will take a little bit of time. Also, Yvette has to catch up with all the orders coming in while she was away on vacation. So I have to give her a little bit of time before I upload the filigrees, so she can prepare the Adelaida kit, and she can prepare all the orders with the cuff chain. And then promise the filigrees are coming. There are many, many, many new shapes and even new colors, like old silver and copper and black. So there is something really to look forward to. I can't wait to start working with them. And Kristen says, okay, filigree, brownies, and sitting. Exactly. During the heat wave, you can exchange the brownies to ice cream, of course. It's up to you. Lily is asking if Yvette had a nice holiday and a wonderful birthday. I know that she was a bit like moody for her birthday. She was sad about the time passing, but she had a wonderful holiday indeed. In Slovakia, there are beautiful, beautiful mountains, and she spent some time with her family in the mountains, and they all loved it, I know. Kristen is asking, are you able to ship to the USA? Yes, indeed. And you have two choices, either by regular post, that is like the cheap but slow way for shipping. By the way, I have to say that even if we had all the shipping delays during the lockdown, when the post offices, I think they were just shocked by what's happening, at the end, everything was delivered. We had one package which was lost, but that was a completely different story, because actually it was lost here in the Netherlands. It got here on time, and then on the tracking page we saw like out for delivery, and then somewhere it disappeared. It never reached the beader, but that was the only package, and we managed to replace everything from it. But otherwise everything with the regular post reached the happy beaders. And besides the regular post, we have now also the option to ship by FedEx, and that's more expensive. The price is gradually dropping when you reach 75, 150 and 300 euros with your order, but that's like amazing. In Sweden it was we had a record of like 20 hours, in the States 2 working days. So it's worth it. It's worth it, especially like if you put together a bigger order, and then it's not even expensive, or it doesn't even cost money then. And Nancy says, hello from Victoria, Canada. Hello, Nancy. Sarah says, don't think I like filigrees that much. I don't believe you. For knitting groceries, when I'm thinking in Dutch, and when I see you live in the Netherlands, then I start thinking in Dutch, and groceries become groceries. Groceries are coming, so I might check out any moment. I missed the last 4 beads, but we'll look in my stash. And send me a message. I will check it for you. Alice says, you ladies did a fabulous job with the tracking. Thank you both. Thank you for your trust and your patience, Alice. We really appreciate it. Anita says, I am just about to order the Nintendo Switch workout wheel because I ate way too much ice cream lately. I have bad influence, right? With all the brownies and the ice cream. I'm so sorry. And Kata says about the motif, mine is flat. It is afraid of my COVID bumps. I have a COVID belly. I'm desperately trying to get rid of it, but yeah, maybe the salty caramel almond magnum didn't help today. But I can't give up everything, right? So, ladies, I finished my motif. This is how it looks like. I hope you like it. I have a plan for it. Filigree, even if it's flat. But I noticed that it looks really well when I attach it to this filigree. Well, it has like 4 points, and this filigree is shaped like a 4-leaf clover. That's the word. And yeah, I think it will be a really nice necklace. And Nancy says, orders arrived here perfectly, as expected, a little slow. I'm glad they arrived, Nancy. And for Canada, we also added the FedEx option. Miriam says, I have a COVID everywhere, but already managed to lose 1 kilo. How did you do that? Tell us your secret. I gained 4 kilos during COVID, and I still have 2 to lose, and it's just not working out. I work out a lot. I go biking, but somehow it's just not working. I'm very disappointed. Yeah, and this is the motif I did in the afternoon, and I think here you can see it even better with the filigree. This will also come in black and all silver. I'm super excited about it. Miriam says, no sugar, no alcohol, only meals. Like, actually, that's what I'm doing. I don't really drink alcohol at all. Sugar, I don't add any sugar. So, yeah, sugar, ice cream. I eat ice cream. But just every once in a while. Thank you for sharing. And ladies, do you have any more questions about the Anita pendant or about something else? Please let me know. Even if I'm a bit slower today, but now I finished my beadwork, I am focusing only on the questions, so I might be able to answer them. By the way, we still have a couple from the Adelaida kits for those of you who signed up for the workshop in Stockholm. Some of them, some colors are gone already, but yeah, we still have kits available. And cuff chains. There are still cuff chains available from the big stash. And Kimberly asks, do you have an idea of what I should say the set's retail value should be? I am using a sterling silver small chain for the necklace. Well, that's a very good question. And what I would suggest is count the value of your material, count the number of hours what you spent working on the set, designate an hourly rate for yourself, and don't give yourself cheap, please, because you make beautiful things. And even if now it's into charity, but put a price on it, which reflects the value and which reflects your skills. So count the hours and the hourly rate and add the material on top of it. And of course, all the taxes, which has to be included. So if there are no more questions, then let's see each other. Let's see each other in the club. Show each other that what were we working on during the past hour and a half. And I'm really curious to see your color combinations. Take care and see you next week. Tuesday at Coffee Time with Erika, and on Friday with No One Has to Bead Alone. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.